Alright, what is going on, guys? It is Shane Dryer. We're back with another story time. So today's story time is going to be about the times that I got pulled over and actually detained and got my car towed. And both times there were drugs in the car. So the first time it was, I remember one of the story times I mentioned I got a $6,000 security check, and this was literally the day after I got the check. I had bought a $200 bag of weed, and this particular day it was me and two other friends. One was a guy and one was a girl. Close the door. And I remember this because we had gone to the reservation. I had gotten a ton of things. I had gotten a bong, a torch, one hitter, all that shit. And we got blunt wraps, of course. And it's funny because those materials were not taken when the car was detained and impounded, but the weed was. But basically that day, we've been driving around all day. We've probably been facing. We'd faced 5 blunts. I remember it. We faced 5 blunts, and we were on our 6th. Okay, and on the 6th blunt, we had hotboxed the car. We were almost done with this blunt, and the car was foggy, man. It was hotboxed, and of course, flashing lights. Well, what do you fucking... And I knew after the flashing lights we were done. Because the thing is, they usually can't use probable cause against you. But in this case, it reeked of weed. And it didn't help that my friend was driving the car. My friend was 15 years old, didn't have a license. And when the cop walked up the window, we rolled down the window. And just like you see in all the memes, huge cloud of smoke bellowed out. And I was like, oh, we are fucked. I knew we were fucked, yo. And I hadn't actually seen it, but my friend had, because the cop had asked him, he was like, well, looks like you guys have been smoking, because not only can I smell it, and did smoke come out of the car window, but it looks like you got some residue on your lap. And my friend had actually had like weed crumbs all over his lap and pieces of rolling paper. It wasn't residue, but he called it residue because cops are just fucking stupid. But he meant to say Keef, but whatever. And of course, he was like, "Do you have any other drugs in the car?" I told him no, and my friend looked back. He was like, "Don't lie to him." And I was dumbfounded. I was like, "Dude, why would you fucking say that?" Because then I had to give up the weed. I had to give up $100 bag of weed. My car got towed, and that's actually where a lot of my crazy shit happened, because I went to a hotel room because the cop wasn't going to drive me back to my dorm. He wasn't going to drive me back because it was a half hour away. He was like, well, and this happened in Stafford, by the way, Stafford, New York, where he got pulled over. And he was like, well, the least I can do is drive you to Batavia and you can get a hotel room. And I was like, all right. So I got a hotel room and I dropped acid. And literally the first time I dropped, well, not actually, no, it wasn't the first time. It was the second time I dropped acid. I dropped 3 tabs at the hotel room. The first time was one of the other story times where I talked about my first time tripping on acid. That was just a couple weeks before I got this check. But then the second time I tripped on acid was in the hotel room. Because I don't know why, I felt comfortable doing it there. But, and of course my friend, what's crazy how the law works is, even though I was the owner of the car, because he was driving the car, he got hit with the charges. And that's where the second story comes in. I actually didn't get hit with the charges on either one of these, which is nuts. But the next dude, we're just going to call him Casper. It was me, Casper, this dude named Batman, part of the ABK, Anybody Killer, fucking Big Fours, you know the fucking vibes. But, what was I going to say? This time around, we had bongs in the car. It was me, the ABK dude, another dude, Casper, and this girl. We're gonna call her Shada, I guess. We'll just call her Shada. And so that's like 5 people, I think, or 4. I don't know. I don't care about the math. I'm trying to focus on the story. And we had all of us had snorted. We spent $100 on Molly, and we had split it between all 5 of us. Yeah, because it was 5 of us. I was correct. And we had all snorted Molly, and we had just gotten in the car, and my muffler was loud at the time, and my friend pulled down a fucking street. And see, the thing is, he didn't see the cops at first, but he was already halfway through the turn when he saw them, so he had to commit. It would look really strange if we just didn't go through with it. And so he committed to the turn. We passed by, and there were 3 cops just pulled over on the side of the road. I don't know what the fuck they were doing, but they were there. And of course, they pulled us over. And just to make a long story short and not bore you, same thing happened as the last one. We all got fucking put in handcuffs and thrown in the back of the car. Eventually, they let two of us go. Me and Shada. They let us go. I don't know why they let us go, but they did, and we were able to walk free. But the other guys got taken, and they eventually got let out later. But Casper was the one who was driving, and of course, because he was the one who was driving, he got hit with the fucking charges. I even tried to take the charges that time because this poor dude was already facing 4 years in prison, and now I think he's gonna be facing even longer because of this, which is fucking bullshit. But they legally have to dump the charges on the person who was driving the car at the time. And my car got impounded again, and I had to pay the impound fee and all that shit. Fuck that. Fuck cops. God damn it. That was such a vibe kill. But what's crazy about that story is the cop had told Casper later that he had almost pulled over the car that was in front of us. And so, and he was noted saying that was the best decision he ever made in his life. That's fucked how close we could have gotten to getting away with that. But we didn't get away with it, and that was a couple weeks before my car got flipped over. So yeah, a lot of crazy shit happened in October and November of 2020. But yeah, that's basically all there is to those stories. So peace, love, happiness, and I hope you guys enjoyed. And I'm sorry if I say or if I repeat words in patterns of two. I just do that. You know, it's definitely gonna become a trademark of mine. But yeah, peace, love, happiness, and subscribe and turn on the bell. Thank you.